Welcome back to this playthrough of Jeanne d'Arc. When last we were here, we were defending Orleans or we were defending the Bastille of the Augustins after capturing it. Talbot came in and decided that he didn't like us there. And we had to run him out. And now, we're going to take a look at the free combat everywhere else, since we have at least one character we would like to level up. I believe we have not seen Sore Valley. I can't remember if we saw Fraud, but we'll take a quick look there just in case. In our Adelphislav, we have some very low-leveled everythings. Mage with heals and fireball, Bovamoth ×2 with attack 3 and desperation. We have some basic orcs. We have some orc knights and a couple desertmen. Then we have a necromancer, another place we can get heal and MP plus 20. And also another Luna plus 2. If he drops MP plus 20, that'd be great. If not, oh well. Our deployment zone is this tiny little strip up here. We're going to be bringing along our lowest level characters, sort of regardless of how good or not they are. And they're not very. Guess we could always get GL some experience. Not overly worried about the enemies here. We're not going to get much experience, just to show off this map a little bit. Then we'll be on to the next maps. Figure we might as well see all of the maps there are to see. Rufus having only 4 move is unfortunate. Our axe users tend to do that. We're going to enemy phase this. We're going to watch as things run up to us and get countered to death. We'll see the experience gain. 9 for a kill. I don't really like using the speed up, but it does make this a bit more bearable. I think we are 1 square away from the treasure. Maybe not. The unfortunate reality of some of these maps is they're not a lot of interesting. missed by 1 square. On the off chance we can get a fruit out of that spot. And hopefully not another healing herb. We're gonna wait 1 turn to kill off that priest. And our treasure is... not worth it! Hooray! Necromancer dies, and we get Luna +2. Better than nothing. Would have liked to get MP 20. Meager experience, meager gold. A couple level ups. And we're done with the map. We have seen the Neuchâteau free combat before. And now the Soar Valley. Once again, it has the bridges. According to the Adafaslarv, we start over here where Talbot started. We've got a pair of Bovamoths with attack +3. We have some knights. We have some lizard people. We got a couple of snipers. We have a mage that has nothing we really want, and a mage that has nothing we really want. We will again bring the lowest level people will actually use for things. Really, a lot of this is going to be enemy phase still. When you overlevel the free stages, it's really just loot pinating. Nothing can really hurt us. It's just about how fast can we get through all of the mandatory animations and PlayStation era loading, or PlayStation Portable era loading. We are getting 7 to 9 XP per interaction. And now that everything's slowed down again, if we tried to fireball the mages, we could kill them with 2 attacks. You'll notice Rufus's HP is starting to get kinda nuts. He's in the 200s, and he is lower level than people that are just breaking 100. Drops from here are pretty much not important. Not sure why you would come over and smack someone with your stick when you're a mage, but I guess that's on you. We could be potentially exploiting the element triangle here. This just isn't really the game to do it. Here's a cyclone, and it's weird targeting, hitting multiple targets. Things like to loot pinata skills we absolutely don't want or have a need for. I wish they would do that for things we absolutely do want. We get Roger kill. And we will end the map. Not sure how Giel fell so far behind in levels other than grinding out Noe Chateau for 10 maps was a lot of XP for him. That's the end of that map. 250 XP, 150 gold. We got some useless bonus levels out of that. Now to Alien Hill. We start off to the side, where we can face the door of the little windmill here. There is most of the stuff forward and off to the right a little bit, with some enemies clustered to the back that you could theoretically send units around the left to the back, or we could just swarm the right side. Just go with the same vibe we did the last map. We'll get Rufus practice hitting stuff. And just in case something wants to attack him back, he'll have an aura. There are 2 easy to get treasures from where we are. There's the one right here, and then one right here. And the third one, still don't know where it is. Poking stuff, and now it's the enemy phase. Didn't look at the skills that were available, but we can do that real quick. Skills that are available. MP plus 10 and Blizzard off of the Wizard. We have a Piercing Power off of Lancer. We have a Sniper with Accuracy 5 on a Knighted Blade. And then we have a lot of nothing. Then another Sniper with that Archer there. If you have range units, you can put them in these 3 tiles and just shoot over and kill stuff. That is a good use of your range characters here. We know a Rufus, we're just going to feed him a couple more levels at 7 to 10 experience per kill. Still not too worried about taking too much damage. There's only going to be one knight in range after this. And we do have heals spread around. MP10 and Blizzard is nice. I'd rather have that than get nothing. Because we'll get nothing from most everything else. Stuff slowly comes around to try to flank us. More kills for Rufus. Guess I was one square off on where the treasure is. It's fine though. We are at this point just kind of waiting around for stuff to make it over to us. As always, we hope that the treasure here gives us fruit. It's the best thing we can get, unless it's a unique weapon. And I don't think we have any of those until the next couple stages. $300 gold's better than nothing, but it's not permanent stat boosts. That archer on the far side is unfortunately going to just kind of stand there until we make our way over to him. I normally would send Collet to take care of that problem. As he is not in the party, just going to have one of our spear users do it. Enemies with spears can't counterattack if something allied to them is in front of them, which is why the spear user did not counter despite being a spear user. That goes for us as well. Give Roger the kill. It doesn't really matter, we're not getting notable XP from it. And we slowly make our way over to this archer. I'm not used to using the actual control pad on my 8-bit do controller here. I'm used to using the thumbsticks. Every time I use the thumbsticks, however, it makes the screen do wacky things. And on top of the game doing wacky things, there's a lot of wackiness going on. And that's the end of this map. Our bonuses are about 250 XP, 150 gold, and we do pick up 2 bonus levels. Okay, we are almost done, so our next one will be the free battle in Orleans. First up, we'll Slarv. You can see the time of day and what day I recorded these videos on in this save system. Notice that I stopped recording for several hours as I went and did stuff, and now I'm coming back and we'll record for at least a few hours. This map is every bit as terrible as it is when we are fighting through it. We start here in the water, surrounded by stuff. By what stuff? Well, we have some Orc Knights with wood chop. We have some Knighted Blades with accuracy. We have a Swordmaster who has counter and Crescent Arc. We wouldn't mind getting counter, Crescent Arc, and Soul Spirit +2. Really don't want to have to farm these maps for counter, one more Crescent Arc, maybe a second counter, and a couple Soul Spirits. I really don't. Then we have some Boba Moths with attack +3, which is at this point starting to be less relevant as we're going to get attack +5. We are going to take the team that we'll be using, with a couple exceptions. We're not taking Jeanne, she is way too overleveled. We're only taking Marcel because this map just tends to bog down. We do want some levels on Jill. He is never forced into our party, but there will be a few maps where we would rather have him than someone else because of transform. And there, I believe, is one map where he is forced into our party because he is an armlet wearer. Give Rufus a burning aura for counterattacks. And hopefully we can sneak in right behind this guy. We can't. That burning aura is a treasure square. Would have loved to be standing on that space. The enemy phase, they're going to come get countered. A lot of moving forward. Is our treasure good? No, it's not. It's 30 damage. You'll notice if you are about the level you should be here, 16 or 17, you're just going to spend most of your map on these few tiles, maybe taking a step into the water to kill something. We do not have good AE attack skills. He is not great against armor units either. Collet, however, being 5 levels ahead, will murder everything. That's 5 levels ahead of the party. He's almost 10 levels ahead of the map. Here's Rufus being Rufus, just tanking a whole bunch of stuff for us. He gets XP every hit he takes. Well, every hit he deals back. There is an AE for axes that would hit every single guy surrounding him. He does not have that. But we do have 2 healers for him. We actually have 3 healers for him if we need it. But one of those will be hopefully setting someone up for a kill. We'll give him some burning aura. which we'll use. And pass back to him for a counterattack. Marcel might draw a couple attacks. Marcel wants to be nowhere near the front lines, but things kind of like hitting Rufus and dying to him. Our drops have been pretty terrible today. I think we still have a couple mobs up. We have 2 up here, and then we have the Swordmaster up here. It does give you 20 turns to clear this map, which is far more than enough. The only real problem is it's just boring. And what we're going to do is send Collet up here and see if he can swipe some skills. Swiping 2 counters, a soul plus 2 would be nice. And we'll send Shiel with him just in case. Meanwhile, the rest of the party will do the unfortunate task of meandering across the river. And we're going to make sure to heal every chance we get, just because it's a couple XP. 6 in this case. That's Crescent Arc. He targeted it at this square, and it hit these 3 squares. Let's shake him down for some skills. Or not. No drops in this case. And we're walking. Some maps, your glad stuff doesn't come to you. These kind of maps, as soon as you touch the shore, these enemies should be all over you. They should probably spawn a little bit closer. This guy's seriously trying to pick a fight instead of just letting us pick his pocket. And once again, no skills. A counter negates your attack and then lets you counterattack. It's pretty good. It won't happen for us near as much as it happens to us, but it is a thing that can happen. We're sort of hoping Jill does not die over there. It doesn't matter too much if he does. He can heal himself if he's still alive. That was close, and we'll take Crescent Arc and Soul Spirit plus 2, and and 5 accuracy, which is a little bit wasted now. Would have loved to get counter. Jeanne makes great use of counter. And we are on the lookout a little bit for some more treasures. Don't know where on this map they are. And the reason I'm not 100% sure is that most treasures in this game suck. You really are absolutely hoping for the ones that give fruits or unique weapons. Poor Rufus. You would look at him and think, wow, his damage isn't all that great. He will get there. I promise. And that is the end of this map. About 250 gold, or about 250 experience, 150 gold. Leanne and Jeanne with a bonus XP, level ups. And now we look at the Bastille of St. Loup. We'll go ahead and Slarv. And then we will enter. This map is going to look incredibly similar to the way it was at first. Fewer things with ranged attacks, a lot more stuff that's a little weird. The Adafislav says, we've got a couple Impale and Piercing Power Lizard Guardians. We have Stella plus defense Gargoyles. We have our traditional Dark Elf Poison Arrow Snipers. We have a Necromancer with Heal, Cyclone, Thunderbolt, and MP20. We have some Gaziliths with Mighty Roar. Desperation 2. We would like one of those. Maybe two. They also have Attack plus 5. And there are 3 of them on this map. And then there's a Dark Elf who has Meteor Bolt, and we will absolutely be doing this map until we get 1 Meteor Bolt. Possibly many more Meteor Bolts. That will be off screen. I will not bore anyone to death seeing this map play out over and over and over and over again. We're still going to leave Jeanne out of the party. She is a little bit over-leveled. Levels in this game are fixed. Anytime you're on a map, the enemies will be that same level here. They're 18. The next map that has a free fight will be 20, and then I think that goes up to 26, and then there's not a 28, or it goes up to 24, and there's not a 26. I think there's 24, and then there's not a 26 because the map that would be 26 is inaccessible once you play through it in the storyline. You'll notice things start getting a little bit more difficult. We're not just 1 and 2 shotting everything, but it's not that difficult because they're still doing almost no damage, and damage you do to Rufus doesn't really count. He is absolutely built to take damage. have a chance on getting a kill here, and we won't. We'll go to the enemy phase. No one will show off any cool skills right now. To the player phase. As with the map, the first time you play through here, there's basically two parts to it. The first part is clearing out the courtyard. The second part is figuring out how you want to move up. For us, moving up is just going to be asking some questions. And hoping we get the good skills off stuff, but knowing we probably won't the first time. Enemy turn order it should be based on their unit number, but I don't think it always is. Named characters like to move before normal characters do, so there is a chance you can use that to your advantage and sort of build walls and box things out at times. Rufus hasn't missed an 80% or better attack so far, which is kind of amazing for him. Just make sure we target the right things. There's a Desperation 2. That will go nicely on Rufus, who I believe right now only has Desperation 1. And we have a giant fireball. Magic later on in the game starts fading out. Magic at this part in the game is very good. Magic lets us hit targets we normally otherwise wouldn't be able to hit. And it also lets characters who are not great at the attacky thing hit stuff. By the time we get our final lineups going into maps that have more than 5 character slots in them, we'll have plenty of guys that can attack really well. And we won't need the magic as much. You tend to need one mage, and that mage is there for multi-hit spells. That mage is there for healing and for picking off stragglers or hard to reach things that only archers and mages can hit. Notice Sniper did 6 damage to Kole there. Higher level Sniper lowers the damage penalty, but low level Sniper has a significant one. Jeanne gets a kill on a gargoyle. Plus 3 defense is not bad. The real winner is here in this Dark Elf. If we get a Meteor Bolt, we'll be very happy. If we don't, we will be incredibly not happy. Would really like Thunderbolt there, but we don't have it. And we got a Meteor Bolt, so we're good. Everything else is gravy. Meteor Bolt goes on Marcel, and he will fire that every time he has mana from here on out. I suppose he can every now and then cast a heal spell, but he doesn't really want to unless there's absolutely nothing else to do with mana. And we'll get some more snipers, because who doesn't want more useless skills? Wish you could jump onto the roofs. Like Ogre Battle. Just gonna shoot an ice bullet. We would have liked Thunder again, but he shrugged off a decent chunk of damage there. Sniper for 8, and nothing off the Necromancer. So we'll just keep shooting ice bullets at him. And he dropped nothing, because of course he did. Good old Rufus, slowly trying to become relevant. Poor guy has such a terrible early game. And by the time you get to the end of the game, you're like, oh, how did I miss him? It's like, well, you really didn't. He wasn't all that good. But that is the end of this map. Up next, we'll do a quick look at skill combining. And that will be it for the day.